Apocalypse Now by Desutoria. Chapter 6. The Furo landed in front of the Celadon City Pokemon Center. Things looked relatively normal here too, although the streets were almost devoid of people. This was odd, considering mid-afternoon was usually one of the busiest times of the day for shoppers to hit the department store and gamers to hit the casino. Harmony jumped off Big Bird's back and began briskly walking towards the tallest building in the city, the Celadon City Department Store. Hideki stayed behind for a moment. "Harmony!" he called out. She was several feet ahead of him now. She said nothing in response. She just stopped. Hideki walked up to her until he had finally caught up. "Harmony." "What?" she said shortly, now turning to face him. Her anger made him hesitate for a moment, but then Hideki got very close to her, placing a hand on each of her shoulders. His gaze was fixated on the ground. "Forgive me. I didn't feel like I could properly say this to you before, when we were flying. I wanted to be able to look you in the face when I said this." Harmony said nothing. She couldn't give in to him this time. She wouldn't allow him to treat her like this anymore. Her eyebrows twitched slightly. This was her only giveaway. Suddenly, Hideki lifted his head up. He was now looking directly into Harmony's eyes. "I don't trust anyone. I never have. But I trust you. I believe in you as a person and as a trainer." Harmony's stern look finally began to melt. She desperately wanted to believe him. "Harmony, I need you. I can't do this without you. You're right. I'm twice as strong with you. We're going to need that strength to get through this." "Hideki, I don't just feel this way because you got mad. I've known it all along. I swear, my only motivation in trying to send you home was because it's what I thought was best for you." "If you felt that way, why did you try to get rid of me?" "Because," Hideki said quietly, "I was willing to try it alone, if it meant knowing you were okay." "You're so dumb, Hideki," she said as she leaned in to embrace him. They stayed like this for quite some time. "Do you believe me?" asked Hideki. His frankness made her laugh. "Yes, Hideki, I believe you. We're going to be an unstoppable team." She pulled away from him again to look at him in the face. "We already are." 9,000 polka dollars for a full restore? You're shitting me!" An angry voice proclaimed as Hideki and Harmony entered the massive store. It sounded like it was coming from the floor above. "No, this has got to be illegal, unfair business practice or something. I don't know, but this is wrong." "Sir, given the times, I don't think it's unreasonable to expect an increased demand for—" "Given the times? Given the times? You should be giving this shit away so people can heal their Pokemon. No one can afford this." When they reached the top of the stairs at the second floor, they saw the source of the commotion. A young man was in a heated argument with another, slightly older man who appeared to be the manager of the store. "Yeah, you take advantage of all the people. All that good money will do you when a zombie Sandshrew is gnawing on your ass." The younger man forcefully handed the manager a stack of bills, stuffed a sizable pile of various healing goods into his bag, and stormed out towards the staircase that Harmony and Hideki were standing in front of. He appeared to be somewhere in his mid-20s, with medium-length black hair sticking out of his white hat. A rocket ship was pictured on his hat, but it wasn't similar to any Team Rocket logo Hideki or Harmony had ever seen. He wore a black and green jacket zipped up halfway over a white t-shirt. He was tall, and carried himself with confidence. "You here to stock up for the zombie outbreak?" he asked them. "Yeah," Hideki said. I hear they've kind of jacked up the prices." "The prices aren't all that's jacked up here," he said as he shot a glare back at the manager. "Not like we have much choice. I knew they'd be doing this here, but the smaller Pokemarts aren't being any fairer." "Three cheers for corporate greed, right?" Harmony offered. The young man looked at Harmony with a quizzical look on his face. She began to blush as she feared her comment came out as stupid. It sounded good at her head, anyway. Her social anxiety was kicking again, and she leaned in closer to Hideki. "Hold on," the young man said, still looking at Harmony. "I know you." "Look, buddy, she's had a bad day," Hideki said, sensing her discomfort and wrapping an arm around her. "Give her a break, all right?" "No, wait. Harmony. The champion of the Indigo League." You'd be amazed how often she gets that. Seriously, you don't know. Yeah, Harmony interrupted. That's me. Well, it's nice to meet you, Harmony, the young man said, extending his hand. You may or may not have heard of me. I wouldn't be surprised either way. Name's Xerxes. I was champion a little before you came along. Nice to meet you too, she said, shaking his hand. I can't say I'm familiar with you. I'm not much of a historian. Historian? Xerxes laughed. I can't be more than 10 years older than you, kid. I'm familiar with you, Hideki said. You were the Kanto champion before me too. Before the Kanto and Johto leagues combined. I'm Hideki. Yeah, that's right. I'm impressed. Although I'm not too familiar with you, I'm afraid. My tenure was short. I forfeited when Mitsuo went after it a second time. Ah, that would be about the time I was doing Johto then, Xerxes explained. I hope you'll excuse us, Xerxes, Hideki said, but we kinda need to get going. We still need a place to hold out. Actually, on that topic, Xerxes interjected, I know this is sudden, but I was hoping to find a group of strong trainers to form a group with. You guys fit that bill perfectly. We're going to be up against a potentially huge number of Pokemon whose sole purpose in life is now to eat us. We'd all be better off with a few more people to watch our backs. Hideki and Harmony knew he had a point, but both had reservations. Hideki because of his trust issues, Harmony because of her social anxiety. Xerxes could tell that they were unsure. Look, I'm sorry. I'm sure you two have your own thing figured out. No, it's fine, Hideki said. But would you mind if Harmony and I talked about this first? No, please do, said Xerxes with a smile. I only want to join if you are both on board. Let's see, you guys still have some shopping to do. I'll wait in the lobby for you. Get some supplies, talk it over, and let me know what you decide. Hang on, Harmony, Hideki said as she examined the counter with the top-of-the-line healing items. I want to try the roof first. The two took the elevator up to the top floor of the department store. From there, they took the stairs on the roof. I bet they haven't bothered to tamper with the prices of the machine yet. Hot damn, lemonade is still only 350 Poké Dollars. I get it, exclaimed Harmony. These can not only heal our Pokemon, but we can also drink them ourselves. Great thinking, Hideki. Although they had found a cost-effective way to stock up for the worst-case scenario, the machine still only dispensed one drink at a time, so getting all the drinks they needed was a tedious, time-consuming process. On the other hand, it gave them time to talk about Xerxes. I guess I just don't understand how you, of all people, can be so willing to bring this guy in, Harmony said. Harmony, as much faith as I have in you, we have to accept that we may not be able to do this by ourselves. This could potentially spread to every wild Pokemon in the region. The sheer numbers may very well overwhelm us. That's true, she said grudgingly. Still, you don't like it, Hideki said, finishing her thought for her. I know. But this isn't just some guy, Harmony. This is a former champion. This guy is as strong as we are and even more experienced. Harmony had no argument for that. It makes sense, Harm. We're better off with him. I know you're right, I know. I don't do so well with people. He seems like a nice guy, though. He does. I promise you have nothing to worry about, Harmony. She wasn't sure why, but his promise somehow put her at ease. She was really beginning to rely on him for comfort. A little too much, she feared. Okay, Hideki, she finally said. I say we bring him in. Impeccable timing as always, my dear, said Hideki. My machine just ran out of everything. Mine's still dispensing, but I think we've got enough, noted Harmony, looking at their now stuffed to the brim backpacks. Both laughed at their overindulgence. Maybe we can dump some of this off on Xerxes, Harmony suggested. The two took the elevator back to the second floor, where they spent their remaining funds on some basic necessities for themselves, mostly in the form of non-perishable food items such as nuts and dried fruit. They then took the stairs back to the entrance. Well, there you are, said Xerxes. He was leaning against the back wall. He was leaning in a chair against the wall, his feet spread out on a table in front of him. What exactly were you guys doing up there? Hideki and Harmony both placed their heavy bags on the table, each landing with a thud. Cans of lemonade and cola and bottles of water stuck out of each bag. Oh my God, Xerxes said. The vending machines! I am such an idiot. No worries, Harmony said cheerfully. We have more than enough for all three of us. Where to next, guys? Xerxes said. Do either of you have a plan? I wanted to check on Cerulean City next, said Hideki. If Pewter falls, the infection will go through to Mount Moon, then on to Cerulean. I want to make sure Misty's prepared for that. Oh, didn't you hear? Xerxes said. Pewter has already been overrun. It broke the news right about the time I got to Celadon. That means we must have just mixed it, noted Harmony. Also means that they couldn't have put up much of a fight, said Hideki. And it's probably an airborne virus if it got to Brock's Pokemon. We gotta move. Hideki brought out Big Bird out of his ball, and he and Harmony both climbed on his back. Xerxes, said Hideki, do you have something that knows fly? You can borrow Birdo if you'd like, offered Harmony. I see you guys are already underestimating me. Remilia! Xerxes threw a Pokeball from his belt, releasing a Crobat from its confines. Well, what are you waiting for? Thought you said we had to move.